And we're in. Good evening.
Evening.
Welcome to Finnegan's.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Nice to see everyone.
Yeah.
Grab yourself a drink. Pull up a chair.
Yeah. Tell us what you're drinking.
Tell us what you're drinking.
And where you are, where you're watching from.
Yeah.
We're drinking. What are we drinking, Tom?
We're on... Did you not want to say it because you weren't sure how
it's
to
Moretti.
pronounce it? Moretti, yeah.
Moretti.
What's the first bit, though?
Birra.
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 We're on Birra Moretti. We did get asked by Miriam, I think. She said she doesn't drink alcohol.
That's fine.
Can she have Coke, Diet Coke?
She can have orange juice. She can have water if she wants.
We've got
fine.
options.
It's fine, Miriam. You drink what you want. That's
don't
good.
stress about it.
We're all good with that. Tea. Have a cup of tea, love. It's all right.
It's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see who's in then. We've got Ray's in. Look, Dad's in. Hope's in.
Dad's in from Bulgaria, isn't
My
he?
dad is in all the way from sunny Bulgaria. So
Wow.
welcome. It's 2 hours ahead there, so it's 10 o'clock. So he said he might only be in for the the beginning bit because
he'll be tired.
He'll be tired.
Or in the pool.
In the swimming pool, maybe. It's hot there. I think.
Seen a picture the other day. It's nice, isn't it? Nice little setup there.
Nice little setup. Maybe. Whoa, Finnegan's on tour. Maybe we're going to Bulgaria.
Maybe
as well.
we do. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, Dad, if that's okay.
Tom's gaff in Bulgaria.
2 weeks.
And then again, all Wimbledon of Wombledon and all that. Uncle Bulgaria then.
Yeah, too young to get that reference.
You are too young.
We've got Tony McVeigh in. Nice to see you, Tony. Pete's in. Pete's drinking Foster's. That's the Australian one that doesn't taste good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Nasty that. Nasty.
We'll never drink that in Finnegan's.
Here we go.
Not allowed.
Ray's drinking Punk IPA. That's such a hipster.
He is. Well, he's got a beard and everything now.
He has, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a hipster, doesn't he, Ray?
Dad's not in the pool yet, he's saying. Dad's on lager, though. And Tal's here. Tal's here saying...
Tal should be running somewhere, shouldn't she?
Good to have Dumb and Dumber back. That's what Tal says. Do you know what? She said she was going to fundraise to get us... If you don't know, this is Finnegan's in the UK.
Yeah.
But there is a Finnegan's in Minnesota that we're hoping to get over to.
T-shirt. Yeah.
This is what Alan's wearing today. So our dream is that one day we're going to do the podcast. We're going to do Finnegan's
live from Finnegan's
live in Minnesota. We're going to make it happen.
Probably about 4 o'clock in the morning to catch up with UK time. I don't know what the time difference is, Tom.
But we're committed to it. We're going to make it happen. But
Tal's raising the money.
Has kindly said she's going to run a marathon back to back. Marathons until she's raised enough money for us to go to Minnesota. So
well done, Tal.
But I haven't seen one sponsorship form from her yet. I've not seen a thing.
She should have.
So she should be working on it.
Because we want to go soon, hopefully, don't we?
We'd love to go.
Finnegan's. Do you know about Finnegan's in Minnesota?
No, go on, tell us
Finnegan's in Minnesota. The reason I like it, not just because it's called Finnegan's, which obviously it shares a name with us, but because they do this kind of thing where all the profits from selling beer goes to feeding the poor.
It's amazing.
I just think that is brilliant.
That's
they have
fantastic.
like food trucks that go around. They buy all the food from local sources, so it's like the sticky money stuff, you know what I mean?
Nice.
I just think it's fab. So I want to go there for that anyway. But if we can do our podcast from there, that would just be amazing.
How good would that be?
We should tag them in, Tom. Can we tag them in?
I've become their #1 fan on Facebook. Like I started to like everything. Even I've got one of their badges things for like top fan. I've literally got a top fan badge.
Top fan.
So that's top fan or stalker, one or two of those things. But so Tal, come on, get it sorted. I mean, Tal, she's supposed to be our #1 fan, but she didn't watch us when the Johnny Depp trial was on.
No.
She wasn't interested. And she's also told me tonight that we've got to be done by 9 because Love Island's on.
I've got a text! I'm sick of Love Island.
I've never seen it.
The girls always watched it, when they were here and that, and it's just, especially when they all watch it at different times, so I end up seeing it 3 times. Do you get what I mean? Because they record it.
Yeah. Mark's in anyway. Mark Wadsworth.
Oh, what a guy.
Mark, our good friend. And Mark is actually...
Waterspoons.
He owns his own...
He does.
...own secret location pub. So
yes.
He actually sent in a little video for us this week, so we've got something to show you. So it's a play on words. I don't know if you'll get it, Al, but it's not Weatherspoons, it's Waterspoons.
I've already just said that, so I'm on my head.
All right, here we go. This is Waterspoons. Look at this.
This is proper one though, isn't it?
Look at that.
Not like our shack we're in here.
If you're just joining us now, this is Waterspoons. This is Mark's bar. He paid for this with his bonus that he didn't then get. Bless him.
That's still tough.
Which is harsh.
To take that.
That is harsh. But look at this. That's another level, that, isn't it?
It is. It's much. I mean, it's much nicer than our bar.
Oh well.
But this is probably still the best pub in Liverpool.
That's what Klopp said, wasn't it?
It's a Jürgen lad.
Look at that though. That is
top notch. I've got to be honest. Very well done. Well done.
Yeah, well impressed with that.
Yeah, we are. Well done.
If anyone else, I was thinking maybe Daryl should get us a video of him over in Bulgaria for next week and show us where are people watching.
That'd be amazing.
Finnegan's from. Let us know.
He needs a picture of him in the pool.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. What's been happening this week, Al? What have you been up to?
Well, I bought a van.
You bought? Okay.
Yeah, I got a van. I've wanted a van for like
years.
Yeah, years.
Ever since I've known you, you've been going on about a van.
I know, yeah. I like vans, right? I don't know why. Not the trainees. I will do like them as well. But I like vans, Tom. I've wanted a van for years, and me wife's moaned at me that much not to get one in the past. But like, I've got a bit of kudos now, haven't I? I've got a little bit of leeway because I haven't been well and that I can get my own way. You know what I mean? Nice. so she lets me like do stuff now.
You played the sympathy card.
Of course,
got yourself a van.
You may as well. If you're not well, you may as well use it.
Also, you may have seen Alan by the side of an unnamed road in Bootle. This is him, and this is what he's been driving round in.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. So
what is that?
I had to get a van.
That's Joyce's car, isn't it?
That's
But
Joyce's
you have
car.
been riding round in that. There was one sunny day where you gave me a lift, and we were riding around that in Netherton with the top down, and I was genuinely
Thelma
scared.
and Louise, weren't we?
That was not fun. No.
But
so that's all right. So you've got yourself a van
I've got
now.
myself a van. I made up with that.
So Alan's available if you need things moving from here to there?
No, he's not. He's proper not. No, it's just his van.
You got a van that with only 2 seats in as well at the front.
Yeah.
And
well, that means I can't give people a lift.
Can't give anyone a lift.
Which is just right up my street. I'm like anti-social.
Very good.
To be honest, that's why we have our private members bar, Tom.
Yeah. You know, secret location.
What
else have you been up to this week?
I did a gig in Leeds. I did a gig for a charity in Leeds.
Okay. Yeah. Any good?
Well, they wanted to put me on. Just after they'd served the main course.
Yeah.
And while they were giving the pudding out. And I just said, no. That's not happening.
It's hard to laugh if you've got a mouthful of food.
Chocolate cake.
It? Yeah.
I mean, if you've got a chocolate cake in your mouth, you're not going to laugh, are you?
No.
I mean, people don't laugh anyway. Yeah. It's hard enough. Never mind with chocolate cake in your gob. So there was that. But the thing is, I've got a mate called Tony Vino, and he was supposed to do this gig.
Okay.
But he got offered a cruise ship gig. He said his agent double booked him, but the cruise ship gig was £1,500.
Yeah.
Right? The gig in Leeds was for nothing. You got a chicken dinner. So, so he got £1,500 and I got a chicken dinner. So all the way to Leeds for the chicken dinner.
But in return, Tony's agreed he's going to come down and be our guest of the week.
He is.
Finnegan's.
He owes us one because he's done it to me before. Where he got double booked for a cruise ship again, right? But he got double booked when he was supposed to be doing a church weekend, which finished with a comedy gig. So he needed a comedian. So he asked me if I'd do it. And I did it. And at the end of it actually cost me money to go. You got £350.
Not personally.
No, towards Eden.
It was towards.
Tom works for Eden. If you don't know, in our church, it's look it up.
It was towards the work the church was doing. So it wasn't like I took 350.
No, you didn't take it out
pocket.
of my pocket. But literally, I didn't even get petrol money. Right, and you got £350. This is the way it rolls with my life. I've always been lucky.
Sorry, go on, mate.
Go on.
I'm
done.
I think Ray's calling us names here. What's Ray saying?
What's he saying?
Is he calling us Noddy and Big Ears?
Noddy and Big Ears?
Which one am I? Big Ears.
I don't know, I'm getting old, so my ears get bigger, don't they, apparently, as I get old, so you might be Noddy.
Ears and nose.
Yeah.
Craig Staples, do you know him?
Craig Staples, he's next door.
No, Craig, bang on the wall, Craig.
In the secret location.
Oh, secret location. Hi, Craig. Nice to have you in, mate.
Don't blow us up where we are, Craig. You know
Mikey's in as well. Mikey. I tell you what, Mikey was fire 2 weeks ago.
Fire, yeah.
He was liked a lot. So we're gonna get Mikey back in the future because he did a good job.
Yeah.
And Steve Cookson's watching. He just says typical Vino.
It is typical Vino.
Typical
and literally
Vino.
doing the gig in between courses. That's typical Vino, isn't it, Steve?
But I think, I mean, although Steve's got in on the... You need to get on these cruises. Steve's
Steve's
got
got
a
a cruise.
cruise, isn't he?
I can't get any gigs. I just get gigs for nothing. I must be rubbish.
You do charity gigs and Steve goes
rubbish.
on cruises, and so does Vino.
I'm just not funny, Tom.
I don't know. Well,
I've given up. I'm giving up comedy. I'm giving it up. I think I've decided I'm giving it up.
We've got a guest of the weekend today. We've got Danny's in.
Yeah, that'll be
Danny's
good.
in. So let's
Give a
just say
little-
Danny,
just
say
say
a quick
hello
little
to
sneak
Danny.
peek. There he is.
There he is. Hello.
Hello,
everyone.
Say hello to Danny. Give him a little wave in the chat, and he's actually in the building.
The first time we've had a live guest
a live
at Finnegan's,
guest.
because he's already part of Patreon. He's already part of this.
Danny's name is already on the wall. But you'll know we did a new segment last week where we worked out we get someone to tell a story, and they either get to be put on the wall. Hang on a second. Put him on the wall.
Get him on the wall, lad.
Or alternatively, if you vote no, Klopp gets a say. Me, Alan, get a say, but also you get a say. If he's not going to be in, then this is what happens.
You're bad, lad.
You're bad, lad.
Does that mean we'd have to scrub his name off the wall?
We would scrub his name off the wall.
Wow,
I don't know.
harsh.
I mean, are you nervous, Dan? How are you feeling about that?
No, I'm all right.
All right,
You
good.
won't remove me from that wall. I won't be going.
I think we've got on, Dan. Like, wind everyone up. That's a challenge, people at home. He says, you will not remove his name off the wall.
Well, in
Let's see.
fairness, our committee gets the vote.
The committee,
as well.
Klopp gets a
That's
vote.
what I'm
listen
worried
to the
about.
general
Used
public.
to.
Listen, what?
That's what I'm worried about. Used to.
Yeah. I don't know what Klopp's going to say, but Danny,
don't know.
we'll find
He's a
out.
good lad.
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
he's a good lad.
What,
Yeah.
what have you been up to this week, Tom?
Well, it's actually been my birthday.
How
this
old
week.
were you, Tom?
37.
You look about 17.
17.
Actually, you don't now. He
I have
used to.
aged.
He used to literally look about 14 when he first come to our
Yeah.
church. But
And-
look what 8 years does to you.
8 years with Alan has done me right.
I'm only 36. Look.
Must be something in the water. But yeah, anyway, well, yeah, you tell you're getting old because for my 37th birthday, people were asking me what I wanted, and I decided, I thought about it for a while, and I finally decided on a strimmer. I wanted a strimmer for the garden,
strimmer.
which is
Your garden's massive, though.
it is, well,
Yeah. And I bet you the grass is this high now, isn't it?
it is a bit,
I can tell.
it's backfired.
I said this to you.
We
I
wanted a
said
bit-
when you were going to buy the biggest garden in there, that I said, you don't strike me as a gardener.
Well,
Your other house was flagged,
yeah.
and the weeds were that high, still
They
coming
were.
out the joints. So,
Oh well.
Anyway,
All right,
anyway.
happy days. Well, I've got a strimmer now. Well, I haven't bought it yet.
Oh. So you wanted a strimmer, but you didn't get a
Well,
strimmer.
I got given the birthday money. Now I've used it to feed the kids. So I have to.
Buy petrol for your car.
I wish they'd eat grass. That was so. I wouldn't need the strimmer.
Maybe
then,
they
would I?
should be
That was
goats.
so- Throw them in the garden. Just
Yeah.
move the pen around, and we get there. Also, I went to Ed Sheeran.
How
Went
was
out
that?
after Ed
How
Sheeran.
was Ed?
He's good, Ed Sheeran. Very good.
Yeah, where was that?
Etihad, Manchester City Stadium.
Etihad.
Empty. Yeah, it wouldn't empty that night. I tell you what, they came out to see
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, even if they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
come out to see City lift the trophy. They loved Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So
I
yeah,
remember
that's where
when
we
there
were.
was lockdown and they had like 12 screens and they couldn't even fill the screens. Do you remember that one? Remember that one, Dan? When they couldn't fill the screens, they had 3 empty ones. Yeah.
Anyway,
So what happened to Ed Sheeran? Was it good?
it was very good. Although I noticed, you may have seen this on social media. I don't know what it was with the crowd, but Ed Sheeran had to say like 5 occasions. Sorry, he had to stop the song mid-song to like tell the crowd to calm down, call security over. He's like, fight's kicking off, and Ed Sheeran concert.
What's
Which
that all about?
I couldn't believe. And then right at the end, me and Emma had a lovely evening. You know, lovely.
It wasn't like he was singing, I predicted riots.
No, there was none of that. It was all chilled. Like, well, he does a few up tempos, but lots of chilled. Me and Emma, we were down in the mix of things. We went back up. He did that song Perfect. You know, someone in the crowd got down on one knee, proposed. You know, it was all lovely. Yeah, all lovely. Then right at the end, we decided to go down back into the crowd. I don't know. Emma seems to attract. Well, I don't know what to say there because obviously she attracted me. But all I can say is we were there chilling out, listening to the last couple of songs, and this fella, he was off his face, totally off his face, and he was dancing, you know, like this, but shouting at people and getting in people's faces, and then he comes over and sort of pushes us, and I was thinking, and leave it be.
Yeah.
You know, like it was maybe accidental. Yeah. But Emma gave him a little tap on the back and said, "Oi, just careful." That's
because she's a Scouser, so.
She is.
And you're not.
The thing was, she tapped him on the back. He turns around and he thinks it's me. He thinks it's me who's pushed him in the back. So I thought, happy birthday, Tom.
Happy birthday, Tom. Gonna get knocked out. Yeah.
But it was all right because another girl on the other side rescued me. Saw this like innocent 15-year-old boy's face, like looked terrified. So she came and saved me. So that was all right.
Anything else for your birthday?
Saw Sam Avery.
Oh, Sam
Avery.
Sam. Well, hopefully, we're trying to get him on this, but
if you follow Sam Avery on social media, just can you message him because he's blanking Alan.
Tell him to come on to Finnegan.
He's got big now and he's just blanking.
Well, he might answer me eventually. He's busy. He's busy.
He is busy.
I'm gonna say he's busy because we get on all right, me and Sam.
Come on, Sam. Come on, be on our podcast.
Yeah, you'd be amazing. And
you'd be great. Sam taught you how to do comedy, didn't he?
Yeah, that's why I'm rubbish, probably.
Alan, maybe he doesn't want to own you.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's like, oh no.
Yeah, but it was Sam Avery's comedy course that you did, and that's what set you off.
Yeah.
On this journey to stardom. So that's why I've been in it. But also something else that's been happening this week.
No,
it's kicking off.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. I know some people have tuned in specifically just for this tonight, but it's been kicking off. See, and I moved up to Liverpool a while ago now, maybe 9 years ago, and I realised there's differences between up north and down south. Okay, so all sorts of differences, and Emma had to tell me, you know, so one of them would be banter. So banter, that's a northern thing. Yeah. So Emma said to me, if people get into you, if they give you stick, they really like you.
That is absolutely spot on. If we don't talk to you, it means we don't like you.
See, I said down south, if we like someone, we say nice things about them.
Not up here, mate. No.
In Liverpool, if they like you, they get into you and give you loads of stick.
Yeah, and the more stick you get, the better they like you.
All I can say is Emma's family absolutely must love me then, because they constantly are getting into me. But I said, how do I know the difference? Like, if they're getting into me, what happens if they don't like me, if they just hate me?
They won't talk to you.
Well, okay. Well,
and someone might just punch you.
Okay.
Randomly.
That's not happened yet.
No, nearly happened in the Ed Sheeran concert, though.
It did nearly happen in the Ed Sheeran concert. Yeah. Also, other things like lolly ice. Like, I feel when I first heard someone, because down south we call it ice lolly.
No, it's lolly ice.
It's an iced lolly.
It's not.
That makes perfect sense. But here you call it lolly ice. It's like someone's hit you over the head. Your brain's you're having like a stroke and you've mixed up the words. That's what it feels like.
No,
lolly ice. Doesn't make sense.
Lolly ice
doesn't make sense. But I've come across what I think has been the most controversial one. Okay, so this came up in the office at the church, and I've never received public humiliation like I did in this moment. Tal was there, Ray was there, Alan was there, Emma was laughing at me. She must love me because she was laughing at me so bad. And it was over this, right? Ray even bought some. He ran out and bought it and brought it back to the office, like threw it at me like in triumph. It is this. Now what do you say when you see one of these fellas? Okay, because this is obviously, look at the spelling. It's like I have to spell it out. Sometimes I go to the pub here and I give my name because I want to play pool and I have to spell it out. My name.
They still call you Tom Brown.
I say Tom Grant, Grant, and they say Tom Brown every time, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
It's like this. This is N.
Which shows that you can't speak.
This is Nougat. That is nougat.
No. No, you don't say that.
Nougat.
You said it wrong.
Oh, God.
You said it wrong.
That's nougat.
Because it hasn't got an R on the end.
All right, pipe down. Nougat.
It's not.
100%
nougat. People, I know you're with me. But okay.
It's
nugget.
Well, wait. Nougat. I would call it nougat. I would call it... What was the other one I said? Nougat. No, I tell you what. I'm going all scout.
I'm getting you.
Nougat. That's nougat.
That's not nougat.
In Liverpool, they call it nugget. And so... I put just because I put another thing up saying about umbrellas because I wear an umbrella. Wear an umbrella.
You've gone in the head, haven't you?
I've gone. He's got me. It's got
you.
I take an umbrella out, and if it's raining, and I said I'll just get mocked, and Alan just says you just get wet.
Yeah.
As a man in Liverpool, just get wet.
Just get wet. You don't have an umbrella. If you have an umbrella, someone will fill you in.
So I feel like someone wants to hit me with that umbrella.
Even pigeons will attack you.
But this one, I threw out there, and it's been a real mixed bag. So you thought it would be overwhelming, everyone saying it's a nugget. But I tell you what, it's been a real mixed bag.
No.
And I would say it's mainly just the Liverpool people who would call it nugget.
No.
I think this is a Liverpool thing.
No.
And I love Liverpool. I love to. If I could be an honorary Scouser, I would take that.
Well, if you say new guy, you're not going to be an honorary Scouser ever.
You've got this one very wrong.
No.
And you're embarrassing yourself nationally on this one.
No.
Liverpool.
It's nugget. You know what I mean? It just is. I mean, Mikey sent us a clip, didn't he?
Mikey did. Okay, so
2 weeks ago.
How did he even hear about this? It's like Alan heard me say new.
No, we put it up. We put it up as a bit of a poster. The debate, the big debate, and Mikey just sent us a voicemail.
Here we go.
If you say nougat, you're a Tory. Pass it on. It's nugget. It's nugget. It's always been nugget. It always has been nugget. And if you say nougat, then you literally are a Tory.
Let me just explain for Tom's mates.
Pass it on.
For Tom's mates down south,
they probably are Tories.
Who probably are Tories, right? If you get called a Tory in Liverpool, it's like the worst. That's when you know they don't like you.
Blow,
if they call you a Tory, that isn't banter. That's like
banter.
You're horrible. That's what that means. They call you a Tory. That's the lowest insult they can give you.
Yeah.
So him saying, if you say nougat, you're a Tory. You know what I mean? Tom,
let's see what people are saying. Let's have a look. Here we go. Look.
Who is it?
Debbie said, that sparked a big debate on my Facebook. Scores equal at 6-all. So Debbie took this on for me. Bless her.
You've only just moved to Bootle, haven't you, Debbie?
Yeah,
so
and she asked her, and it was 6-all. Let's see. People are saying nugget, but I know these are all Scousers.
No.
Tony McVeigh's nugget.
It's nugget.
Emma's trying to be a harmoniser. She's saying, I say yummy.
Oh,
Pete's nugget. Okay, but I promise you, these are all Scousers. These are all Scousers. Let's have a look.
Who else? Come on, I can't see.
Here we go. This is my dad. Gold is a nugget. True. They've got lots of that down south. Let's have a look. And that's what Laura said. Nougat must be a southern thing. Here we go.
It must just be a Tom thing.
Pete saying nugget and no umbrella.
Yeah.
Laura's Mikey's missus, and he's saying, I can't believe I'm married to a snob. So oh, hang on.
Who is it?
It's getting controversial here. Ray is trying to incite some violence. He's saying, take Tom's name off the wall, Alan. Excuse me, Ray. Did Ray make the wall in week 1? Is Ray up there?
Ray is up there. Yeah, that's why we did.
You be careful, Ray, mate. We're not having any uprising. We run a tight ship here, and I'm staying on the wall. Okay, here we go. Martin Dobson.
Who's Martin Dobson?
One of my good friends from down south.
Of course he's from down south.
Nougat from the south. Do you know what? This is dividing families, this.
Nougat.
This is massive.
Yeah, as you say, nougat. That's the French pronunciation. You know what I mean? And we're not French.
Do you know what
we're not even English up in Liverpool. But we're not French. So we don't speak like the French.
People are kicking off. People are saying if you say nougat,
you're a Tory.
You're a Tory. You're a nugget.
Tom's a Tory.
Mikey said Ray woke up and chose violence. All right. Well, I'm having to see how it goes then. We're going to have to continue it. I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not. I might have T-shirts made up. I'm not having this.
No, I'm telling you.
We'll see. Anyway, we'll see.
Keep.
Let us know.
Telling us what you think about the debate, because this is serious. This is the biggest thing that's happened.
We have to get to the bottom.
Never mind me, Van. It's nougat or nugget. Know what I mean? I was talking to that Nick, the community shop fella, Nick.
Yeah.
And he's posh like you.
He's posh like
He's posh like you. And in the end, he messed with me head that much because you posh people know how to get into our head, right? I nearly said nougat a couple of times.
That's what you've done to me just then. It was
nearly said it, and I was like, I was like malfunctioning as a Scouser. You know what I mean? It's nuggets.
You keep calling me posh, but I think I need some of my southern mates to say, look, I'm rough as toast compared to down south.
No, I'm not.
I'll tell you. There's
rough as toast down south, and then there's rough as toast boot.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Here's Marie. Is she on my side?
Marie's from
I don't know what part of London Tom's from, but I'm disowning him.
Is right, Marie. Well done, Marie Robinson.
What is going on? Anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, we'll pick this up again.
We'll pick it up with our regulars. We'll see. I think, let us know what you think. We might even have to video a few people and ask them what they think. Very good. Okay, well, let's get to our guest of the week. We're excited this week to have One of our best mates.
Very own.
Probably our best mate, isn't
Yeah, he is.
What a legend he is. Here he is, Danny. Let's give him a round of applause.
Whee!
What does he mean, Alan, here? So it's not really much of a round of applause.
We didn't even clap.
Didn't even get one.
My hand's on my pint. Right, well, Danny, mate, thanks for doing this. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and, yeah.
Well, you're meant to be my best mate, so my name's Danny. I'm married to Alan's daughter.
That was good news, wasn't it, Al, when that happened?
I was going to say support Everton, but that's even better news, isn't it? Other than that, not much.
What happens when your daughter brings home an Evertonian now? What happens?
It's just I literally said to them, well, you can't have grandkids. Because none of my grandkids are going to support Everton. You literally can't have kids.
At least they won't be Tories.
I'll give you that one. They won't be Tories.
We're not getting political on this show, are we?
No. No. We might do. Because you know in Liverpool, where we actually live in Bootle, they don't even put a candidate up. So
no, they don't even bother.
Put one up.
They don't even bother.
Because they just know.
But Danny, you're a big Everton fan, aren't you, mate?
You are.
I like to think so, yeah.
You are.
You've become the poster boy for Everton. Every time they do a tweet, it's you and your Mikey, or you on your own. Or...
That's because I'm always crying and we're always getting beat. It's just like, what else? Well, everyone's got off by then.
We have found two versions of Danny from Sky Sports that we'd like to show you. So we first of all, and you don't see this Danny very often, to be honest, when he's watching Everton, but this is Happy Danny. Here you go. And that's your brother next to you there, isn't it, Dan?
Mikey,
That's Happy Danny. But this season we've seen lots more of this fella who we're going to call Grumpy Danny.
Got a bit of quality, but I think the most important thing is the way that they've been out.
Look at him there. He was fuming. What match was that, Dan?
I don't know, but you're laughing. You support Arsenal. I mean, they should have you next to me there.
To be fair, Everton did beat Arsenal. I was gutted about that, but I want to see that again. That was... Look at him there. He's fuming.
He is fuming. And Ken Knight's fuming as well, look.
I love the way they put like the owner of the club afterwards, right next to you. It's like, very good.
Danny, when you started coming to our church before Tom was there, right?
Yeah, still go more than him now.
As a kid, basically, you started coming along to one of our youth clubs. Tell us about that. What was that like?
So I think I started going when I was 13. I think I went for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, 2 because I ended up getting kicked out of that as well. They was here and just said, you're too old anymore. I was 16. Anyway, yeah, so I was going there when I was about 13, 14, and it used to be alright. You just play all games and all that, and then I particularly found this girl who I took an interest to.
Who was that?
Well, I think you know. But that was Rachel anyway. I ended up marrying her. But
wow, that's harsh in the youth club, isn't it?
But the youth club was brilliant. I used to go basically to play the games, and a lot of my mates would just take the Michael basically, because we were from Pendle, and it just used to be a bit of a laugh and a bit of a place that people could just go and take the Michael, really. But it's something that I really enjoyed doing in the end. And
what, taking the Michael out of people? Or?
No.
Do you know what I love as well? Is we've said to Daddy, don't swear, so suddenly all these words are going to come out like, take the Michael. And I really
you should have put me on after 9.
You're live at
It's not. It's before 9.
You should have put me on after 9.
That's it. At 9 o'clock, Love Island's on. The Watershed, and we turn on.
I remember when he got told he couldn't come anymore, because it was like senior school age club, right? And he turns up, and one of the people on the door said, "No, you can't come in, mate." And he went, "Why not?" And he said, "Because you're too old." And he went, "What do you mean I'm too old?" He said, "You've got your rigger boots on, lad. You didn't work."
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
So he got kicked out the youth club.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't been kicked out of Everton. Remember when Pete Smullen, who's on tonight watching. Pete Smullen's a steward at Everton, isn't he, Dan?
Yeah.
And he did the training. And part of the training, they do scenarios, Tom, of what would you do in this situation.
Yeah.
First scenario. Yeah, just watch this video and tell us what you do in this situation. It's a fella jumping up and jumping over And he goes, I don't know him, it's Danny. He comes to our church.
I'm sure,
I think he's making that up. I think he's making that up.
I definitely saw a picture of you on the pitch at the end of the season, Dan. That was
he
ace.
Photo cropped it just to get me into trouble.
That was ace.
Yeah.
That was ace. So you're saying kind of people would take, I guess, because that youth club, I know that there'd be people who would try and share a bit of their faith, wouldn't they? Like a little bit of a faith perspective.
Mark used to do something every week, didn't he?
Yeah. And what? Because obviously, I think for young people, especially in our country, it is like faith is just like you laugh at. If people say they believe in God, like but maybe they're just laughing at me. But I've had that experience where people laugh if I'm saying I'm a Christian, and so I think especially young people, they might not have that kind of perspective. So, I mean, that's what happened? But you listen to the stories a bit as well?
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone went or anyone remembers going. So they used to play all the games at the beginning. Used to play like below the knee. There was a lot of that. Then obviously there was the more to the point thing towards the end. So I think it was Ian, might have been Alan, Mark Morgan's, is it? Yeah. So basically everyone used to get up and tell a story, basically about their life with Jesus or God or how they got into it, and that was I think the idea of the youth club in the end was to try and get people to follow faith. But with Mark Morgan's, every week I just always remember he just used to tell a miracle. So you just used to sit there, and instead of like people telling you how you got into faith, he was just like a miracle. But I walked down the road and there was £1 million on the floor, and you were just like, no, you just were mental. It was all mental.
And I guess for you, coming from like a not a faith perspective, I presume you didn't really go to church much as a young person or a kid or anything?
No, the odd christening.
Yeah, so suddenly hearing someone talking about faith, I'm guessing that was like totally, mind-blowing or whatever you'd say.
Yeah, well, as I say, we used to go to the youth club, we used to play the games in the youth club, and obviously we just thought it was a normal youth club. I mean, we were from Pendle, where you'd go in and get the snooker cue and just hit someone with it. Hit someone. So we used to go and you used to have the hour in a manual, and then basically people would sit down and try and teach you.
Not teach you, 10 minutes.
Yeah. And then tell you, just be like, wow, what's going on here? Because I only come to play football.
I mean, I only went to a manual. I went when I was 16. And I'm now the minister. I don't know. Watch yourselves. That's all I'll say. Right?
I think Danny's got next minister written all over it. You don't know yet.
I won't last 13 years.
And again, it was because of a girl who I married, which is Joyce, my wife. But I went when I was 16, and it was like it was different. I'd never heard of a Baptist church for starters. Never heard of one. You're either Church of England or Roman Catholic, and that was it. But I went to this church, and I remember walking in and feeling like really self-conscious. Like it was really like, oh, I'm bad anyway, meeting new people. But walking into the church for the first time was really hard. I thought, and I had no idea what was going on. They're singing all these songs I've never heard of, you know. And it was a bit happy clappy, but not too bad, you know. But and literally, there's hymn books with words, and then there'd be another word that I didn't know where it was, and it was above the line, and I just didn't know the rules. I had no idea what I'd only been to church on a Christmas with school and Easter. That was it. You know what I mean? Our school just didn't do faith really. They used to do the Lord's Prayer every assembly, but it literally no one said it. Just the teacher at the front. Everyone else, it was like, you won't speak, you know. No, we're not saying it. So to coming as a 16-year-old lad into that, it was weird. But obviously something changed, because I'm still there. You know what? 40 years, 39 years later. You know what I mean? So,
and I think for me, I like, because Danny's one of my best mates, I think I've had a bit of a sort of watching for you how, I guess, that experience, you know, when you were a youngster, you know, like in the youth club, and then, you know, bizarrely ending up, you know, marrying the minister's daughter who you fancied at the youth club all those years ago. And so then, that kind of brought Danny back into the life and the world of
I remember when she told me she was going out with Danny Latham, and I thought it was someone else. And I was like, weird, he's only 14.
There was another lad called Danny Latham, same name.
I bet you wish it was him now.
Anyway, sorry, Tom.
And I know then, sort of coming back and suddenly being part of the Finnegan family, and it sort of, you know, obviously the church plays a big part in the family's life here. But for you then, I know Alan kind of invited you along to this men's conference called CVM.
Remember CVM the first year we took
conference, and I don't know, like what did you make of that, or go in? What were you thinking, and how did you find it when you were there?
Hated it. Hated
that first year.
Do you know what though? We might get Beachy. Carl Beachy runs it on here, and it is brill. But I know why you hated it.
So the first year, basically, Alan sold me it. He said, let's go. He said, it's a load of men. He said, we'll go. He said, there's a load of fellas camping. He said, we have a couple of beers. He said, there's all axe throwing, there's archery, there's darts. We'll go 3 nights. I thought, yeah, great weekend. Only as we were in the car. It was a 4-hour drive. And then we were about
like
2 hours down, and he goes, it's a Christian conference this year.
I'm sure I told you before.
Just like,
you might have been listening to me.
Snuck that one in.
Couldn't get out. Anyway, so the first year, I mean, partly because of the weather, I thought it was awful. We were walking through like mud this deep. Did you take your shoes off at one point and just laughed? I had me brand new. I bought new trainees to go with. I bought me new trainees. I thought, yeah, I'll look cool here. I look like the smartest Christian here.
I literally gave up wearing shoes.
Alan went feral and was just walking around the campsite, like just without any shoes on in the mud.
Yeah, the weather was partly to blame, and then obviously only finding out it was going to a Christian conference halfway down. The first year was a bit.
Watch out for those sneaky Christians. They invite you to what you think is a fun thing, but it's really a Christian thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes those things are the same, but not always.
They're not always fun.
So the first year was a bit hit and miss, didn't know what to take you. And I think we got home the Sunday night, and basically Alan said, well, what do you think of that then? Did you enjoy it? I was like, I can't wait to go again next year.
It was that's what I found weird, because for me, he hated it.
Yeah.
He hated every second.
I hate Everton, but I still go back next year.
And literally, he was like, when are we booking for next year when we got home? And I was like, really?
I think the journey on the way home, it had everything to set in. You know what I mean? It had like all my thoughts, process, different things about the weekend, and I just thought, that was really good.
It was. It is a boss thing if you can go and see.
I think that was the turning point.
The gathering, it's called. It's in June. It's soon.
I think any fellas who, you know, like you're talking about, like Danny was saying, who've maybe not used to church, not had an experience of it, could go there and have a great time, and kind of in a really sort of forced way could find out a little bit about faith.
Yeah. I mean, and we went the next year, didn't we? Yeah. But we literally, we went, and we're blokes, so, you know, we turned up with only half a tent. We literally had half a tent, didn't we? Yeah. And
no cooker.
That's right. No cooker, half a tent. We were like getting food off everyone. There was a vegetarian turns up with a beef pot noodle. So Danny just lashed that. He just threw it.
He's just part pretending, isn't he? He's just pretending.
That was hilarious. I think it's the only
thing he brought to
eat. Steve had bought to eat.
Yeah. And he's a stick of broccoli.
He said he was a vegetarian, and so Danny wasn't having it. He just went over there, picked this pot noodle up, and just threw it into the distance.
Because it was beef. It was a beef pot noodle. Yeah. So that next year then, Dan, describe what happened.
That was weird. So the second year, I sort of knew what I was going in for. I sort of knew I'm still going away with a load of mad people who talk to themselves, talk in different languages, sing songs, weird songs and all that. And it was at the time where I actually thought to myself, no, I think I mentioned to you, Tom, didn't I? I want to go for this. I want to commit myself. I want to go all in. And I remember, I think we done a worship. It was the whole tent. There's 2,000 fellas worshiping at one point, and
that's pretty. I mean, the only experience I can think similar to that is a footy match or whatever. That many men like singing like that. It's pretty powerful stuff, really.
Yeah. So I remember, Carl Beach. Now we've mentioned him. He actually stood up at the front and he said, "If there's anyone who wants to give his life to Jesus tonight, stand forward." So I didn't remember. I didn't literally have the bottle basically to go forward. So I sort of, I think you might, Alan, might have sort of nudged me forward, and next minute, what I can remember is I actually remember just being in the prayer tent, That was it. There was like, I think there was Chipper. I
we
think
didn't
he was
just
there.
manhandle you to the prayer
No,
tent,
so
did we? You know,
basically he
Chipper
started
spoke to you.
praying for me in this other language.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Parcel
tongue we say now, but yeah, he started praying for me. Everything just all went completely mental.
Yeah.
For 2 minutes, and then the next thing I do remember was being in that prayer with a Bible. Do you remember the Bible in my
That's
pocket?
it. They snuck one of those in while you weren't
I usually
aware.
pull a footy coupon out of the Bible.
but for you, that experience was something.
Yeah,
that
felt
was like something.
Yeah,
God,
that
like
was
something good.
Yeah. That was something that I've never experienced, or I wouldn't think I would.
Oh, mate, and it's I think for us, and to see you part of. Danny's just part of the family, isn't he? He's part of the Finnegan's family, but part of the church family as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it's just a privilege, isn't it? It's a privilege.
He's a top lad. He's a top lad, Danny. Yeah.
He is a top guy.
Danny was the first person, except for Joyce, that I talked about the cancer diagnosis, even before my kids, because we ended up going out for something to eat, didn't we? And we said, don't tell them yet, because it's not confirmed yet. So let's keep it on the down low. And we went and had something to eat locally, didn't we? So it was So he's a top lad, Danny.
Yeah.
And he picked me up from the Aussie. And when he got to the right Aussie, that is, you know what I mean? He was in the wrong Aussie. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks, Dan.
And part of Danny's story for me as well, like, and I know you would have had a similar experience, that even if you're not religious or you don't go to church, it's almost like at a point in time, like for Danny, it was like this bizarre just going to this random youth group just to take, in Danny's words, to take the Michael out of the people there, and but how all that kind of is woven together. Then we met Rachel there, who he then goes on to get married to, and then in that sense of like opening his eyes to faith, but how that all kind of ties together. And then when you look back, you can kind of see, maybe God was in it the whole way, even though I'm maybe not aware of that.
It literally happened to me, because I sort of, you would say, came to faith at 16.
Yeah.
A little bit after first going to the church and feeling, this is terrible, and what am I going to do here, full of old people with hats on and all that. Right? So I would have said I came to faith at 16, but actually I remembered once, when I was thinking this through, I remembered being a small kid. I must have been young, because I had shorts on, and that's another thing, Tom. Back in the day, you didn't wear shorts. You do now. Oh no, you're all right now. You can wear shorts and flip flops now up here, and have a pretend jog that you walk or something like that, right? But I had shorts on. So
the thing for me is Scousers will wear shorts. Sorry to interrupt, but Scousers wear shorts all year round.
Yeah, they do
it's
now.
Winter and they're in shorts.
Yeah. That's the thing. It wasn't back in the day.
They're soaking wet because they're not carrying an umbrella, but they are in shorts
and flip flops,
swimming shorts,
or sliders. Yeah. So speedo mate. Yeah. And I remember going as a kid, and I remember in the Anglican church, Bishop spoke, and I just remember walking to the front and getting prayed for by this bishop.
Yeah.
For salvation, for faith, and I suddenly was aware that was a pivotal moment in my life.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. I'd forgotten that, but you know what? That was the pivotal moment, not when I was 16. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
16 was more of more of an outworking of that decision when I was probably about 8, something like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know. But yeah. So I get this kind of thing where you look back and see that God's hand has sort of been working on your life.
Yeah.
In the back, even if you don't know it, on the background.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
It's amazing.
It's fab.
Danny, lots of people appreciating your story, mate. Tal saying it's amazing. Pete saying top lad, Danny. Tal saying, where are your shorts, Tom? I'm not wearing shorts again. That happened. That's another story, but I'm not wearing.
Story. He's got his own little stalker when he wears shorts.
Mark's got a dash, but great to have you with us, Mark. See you later, mate. See you next week. Anyway, that brings us on to nicely. I'm going to go with Tom's top tips.
It's Tom's top tips.
Tom's top tips. Okay, so the top tip for this week, and do you know what? People, I've noticed people start to post these now on social media.
They post your tips.
I've seen it.
No.
It's profound.
You'll be getting them saying nougat.
Well, that's it. I mean, people. What can I say? People are taking this on board. It's hitting home. It's
You're like
resonating.
a life coach, aren't you?
Well, it could be. Be.
You know.
Let me know.
Spiritual director.
There you go. Sounds good, that, doesn't it? So Tom's top tip for today, I'm going with, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Wow. Look at that face. When the student...
Again, I know I say this every time because you just baffle me. Right. Say it again.
When the student is ready,
Yeah.
the teacher appears. So this isn't practical...
That wasn't in our school.
Well, exactly.
The teacher was already there. Right? And then we went in. Right.
That's not a practical school thing, because that wouldn't work, would it? Because
no,
the teacher would never
turn up, because we'd never be ready.
There to give discipline. But what I'm saying, Alan, is that at the right moment, when you're ready, at the right moment in life,
or when you're ready to learn,
to learn, then you. So we could say Danny
was ready to
learn at CVM. That was the right moment.
All right.
It's powerful, isn't it? Look at that face. Powerful.
I mean, I might give you that one a little bit this week.
Thank you.
But I've got some advice as well.
Go on.
Which is,
my advice. Wait for it.
Oh, okay.
It's Alan's awful advice. Advice you should ignore.
Yeah.
My advice for students would be to do as least work as possible.
Least. So, sorry.
Less
work.
There's less work.
You obviously did least work at school.
As possible, right? To pass the assignment. As little as you can possibly do. Right, well, take it on board, kids. As little as you can possibly do. If you're a student, especially in university, do as little as you can possibly do to pass the assignment. And then go and enjoy yourself. Because you'll soon have a job and you'll be miserable. Morrissey was right.
Alan's awful advice. Advice you should ignore.
Wow.
I think you should take that, not ignore it.
I think that, the comments are coming in. Let's see. Steve's got... Well, Steve... All right, sorry, I'm just looking at you. Go. Steve Cookson's, I can't imagine... He's got some good advice here. It's almost as good as Alan's. Don't throw a brick straight up.
Steve...
That's wisdom.
You say
Steve.
nugget, don't you, mate?
Steve, let us know. Do you say nougat or nugget?
Nugget.
And Steve, I think Steve, who's booking cruises, is going to say nougat.
He's a nugget. I'm telling you, he's a nugget. I'm telling you.
Are you saying he's a nugget as in he says nugget, or you're calling him names?
No, he's a nugget. He's a nugget.
Steve.
He's definitely on the nugget side. I know he's from, where's he from? West Bank. What's it called? Where's he from?
Hesketh Bank?
Hesketh Bank.
Yeah.
Which is kind of posh.
I think in Hesketh Bank, they say nougat.
They don't. If they do, they can get off.
My dad's saying, sounds like what Tom did at school.
See? You took my advice.
He did. I did.
See? Well done.
Oh, Caleb, bless him. Caleb's watching with Pete and he's screaming at the screen for a shout out. So, Caleb.
Hello, Caleb, lad.
Don't listen to Alan about school. Try in school a bit.
Why?
Why?
Honestly.
Because you end up saying nugget, you nugget. I feel bad for you, honestly. When you said it in public, I thought, does he really? Does he realise? Right, okay.
Right.
We've got a couple of things before we finish. We're going to do Danny. Don't worry, we're going to see if Danny's going to get his name scrubbed off the wall. Yeah. And we're going to do that in a second. But first of all, we've got a little game. Yeah. And we need your help with this for the audience. So we're doing Play Your Cards Right.
Yeah.
Let me get my cards.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got an offer. Church merch. Come on.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Where is it? Come on.
Here we go.
That'll be church merch, mate. Church merch.
That'll be church merch. So
Danny's going to show us some of the delights
what's
on offer.
Over there, mate, in the
show us what's over there, Dan.
So you could either pick an Everton can of lager.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Or
I'm guessing what you're going for already.
You could pick an Everton can of lager. Or you could pick the Everton can of lager.
The funny thing is, someone left that at church one Sunday. That's how it ended up here.
There's a fake £20 note
as well. PlayStation 3 down there.
I think Billy's been down to it.
PlayStation 3 and a DVD player with VHS, in case you need it. So there's lots of options.
Guitar with no strings.
No strings.
No strings attached.
Okay. No strings attached.
Plinky plonky, man.
There we go. So, here we go.
Okay.
Well, I asked Steve... There we go. Let's check this.
I'm ready. What did Steve say?
Steve said... Oh no, Chris and Pete. Hiya, Chris. Give you a shout out. I bet Pete's screaming at the screen. Nugget all the way, Chris has
well
said.
Done. Yeah, it's
and
right.
Steve Cookson, thank you, Steve, said,
No.
I went to KFC and I ordered some chicken nougats.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Nuggets
Okay.
in it, Steve.
Oh, hang on a second.
What?
Caleb said Alan is his favourite.
Thank you, Caleb.
Wow, Caleb.
There's a reason for that.
And I got you a shout out.
He has
and
an
everything.
umbrella, so...
Okay,
I mean,
here we
come
go.
on.
Right, so
Right.
you know how it works.
Yeah.
5 cards.
Yeah.
He's got to get over to the other side. If he manages it,
He gets... What are you picking?
he gets church
I'm
mode.
guessing you're going for the
think I'll
can of
go
Everton
for-
lager.
Raise horn.
Yeah.
Hashtag
I
raise
think I'll
horn.
go for the Everton can to
He's
be
gone
The
Yeah,
honest.
Everton can.
Yeah.
Ray, we're trying to get your horn back to you, but not this week.
Yeah.
So here we go. Remember, you can swap this if you want. First card, 3 of clubs.
3 of clubs, Dan.
Okay,
Hiya.
3 of clubs. Right, well, easy. Wait up.
Hang
Let's
on,
see.
do you want to swap that
swap?
card or do you want to
No.
keep it?
I
You want to
keep
keep the 3 of clubs?
Yeah.
And what are you saying?
Higher.
Higher. Can
Higher,
I just,
he's saying.
He's saying higher. Can I just check? Aces are low or high? What did we do before? Low.
Low.
Low. Aces are low. Because Mikey got out on a ace after a 3, didn't he?
Yeah, he
See,
did. So it could, you know.
Okay.
We want
higher.
you to win. No.
So he's still going higher, everyone.
higher.
He's going
Let's
higher.
see, let's
Stop
see.
lifting them
Here
up,
we
he'll
go.
see them.
No, he's looking at them. He's
not
not seeing
looking at them.
turning them
Easy.
He
over.
won't cheat.
He wants that can of lager, doesn't he? Here we go. Is it higher than a 3? It's a 3.
Oh! You get nothing in this game for the ball. Oh, Danny.
How do you feel, Danny? Do you know what?
Do you know what? We've had some terrible play your cards.
I
like,
promise you.
I mean, that's harsh again.
He's fuming. I can see it in his face.
I'm fuming.
And he's
I
not
wanted
having
the
that.
Everton
He's
can
not
up to
having. He's not having that can now.
No, he's not having that.
You're not.
Well, I mean, we haven't spoke to Klopp at all, have we?
I can't find the buttons for help.
Jürgen, you just stay quiet. lad.
Jürgen, what did you say, mate?
Yeah,
I don't know
what he said.
I don't know.
What about Danny?
Danny? What do you mean? What about Danny?
What does Jürgen think of Danny?
Oh, here we go. I don't know if I did this. What do you think? This is like this.
What do you think of Danny, Jürgen?
I haven't got it. You're gonna have to do it do a German accent. I haven't got it.
He's a good-looking boy.
I really hate that.
I don't know. I've got a limited scope here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, we had a good line there.
Do you think
but Tom
Danny's a
just-
good lad? Jürgen.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
There you go, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks you're all right.
That's high
Jürgen
praise,
likes
that.
you.
All right, let's finish the night off.
Okay.
Then. This is
So-
this is the one. Basically, Finnegan's is a private establishment. We've built a beer garden this week. Alan's built a beer garden. I wasn't involved in this process. Danny was slightly.
Danny helped,
So
yeah.
Finnegan's is expanding. It's a
Yeah.
beer garden. We've got more
Trying to get
capacity
more members
for
in.
members,
Yeah.
but we're not having any riffraff.
No riffraff.
So we run a tight ship.
Yeah.
So each week our guest of the week is going to get a chance to be added to the members list. So we've got Mikey up there. Mikey was well in. Everyone said in.
Flew
there
in.
was no.
Flew in.
He flew in, and as such he's coming. He's going to
Danny's
come.
already up there, though,
Danny
and
is
it's
up
got
there.
to be terrible to get scrubs off the wall.
Yeah, here's
Once
Danny.
you're in,
Where's
you're
Danny?
a good lad. Up the top there.
Is that Danny?
That's Danny Latham, yeah.
Wow. Is that your signature, Danny, or is that? Did you?
Pretend one.
Have
Did you
got,
take Alan's awful advice at school?
Can you give us your back pin number as well?
So the way it works is Danny tells a story, and if the story is Finnegan's worthy, then what happens is this:
Get him on the wall, lad.
get him on the wall, lad. But if Danny's story is no good, and Danny, I'm rooting for you, mate, but anything can happen.
Anything.
Anything can happen. So if Danny's story is no good, then
You're bad, lad.
you're barred, lads. And all I'm going to say is, this is not the first pub that Danny will have been banned from. That's what I'm saying. this is not.
I've already been bad from here once.
Yeah, he's already been bad once. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it could happen, okay? So we need your vote. Emma's saying Danny to stay. Oh, she's just being too kind. Wait till you hear the story.
Yeah, come on.
Here we go. Maybe that was one of the kids. Why are you on there then, Tom, says Tao. That's
Why aren't you running, Tal?
Tao, have you been on one training run yet? Because
Yeah.
we want to go to America.
Yeah,
And
come
we're
on,
not
Sal.
going to get there by
Get
our
off the
own
couch.
talent. There's no...
We're not.
There's
We
not enough
need
people.
you.
We
We
need you.
need you, Tal.
Come on, Tao.
Come on.
Sort it out. Right. Okay. Here we go. Danny, so you ready, mate?
Yep.
Good. So Danny's going to tell a story, and then we'll see if we put him on the wall or not. So over to you, Danny.
Wow, I've got plenty of these.
Which one?
Most of them won't keep me on now, so I'll have to say something that might
We've had
keep
to
me
find
on.
one that we could share. Pre-watershed. I mean, it is slightly after. No, it's 5 to 9. All right, pre-watershed.
Okay,
Go for it,
I
Dan.
remember being arrested as a real life-size Buzz Lightyear.
Hang on, you're gonna have to explain it. You were a Buzz Lightyear.
Okay,
Why
so
were
we
you
went
a
out
Buzz
as
Lightyear?
we went
have
out
to
as a
give us a
fancy
bit
dress.
more
I think it was
information.
one of the lads' 18th.
Yeah.
Must have been well over
So a while ago.
10, 12, 15 years ago anyway. So I think his birthday was the 20th of December. So we were all decided we'll go out as Father Christmas. I think there was 20 lads. So come the 19th of December, I was looking everywhere for a Father Christmas outfit. Just couldn't get one. There was nothing. So I was
It's like man's shopping day, isn't
Yes.
it? When you've left it to
so I'm like,
Christmas Eve.
I'm going to have to stay in. And like, no one was having it. So the only thing I could find was a Buzz Lightyear.
I mean, who has a Buzz Lightyear?
I think it was Argos, and they put the price as well up because they must know there's some divvy who's going to need
DVD
any
was
fancy
probably
dress.
Is this an adult size Buzz Lightyear
Yeah,
costume?
yeah, it had the wings, the lot. You press the buttons and the wings come up like I'll get to that in a minute.
That's ace.
So you goes as Buzz Lightyear. to
Goes
this
as Buzz
fancy
Lightyear,
dress,
yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone else
Yeah.
is dressed as Father.
I think
Christmas.
there was 20. There was 20 of us, 19. Father Christmas, and I'm Buzz Lightyear.
Right. So where were you going?
We're going to town. I think we started off in the Strand. Was there like the Iona or Sully's or somewhere that long ago? So we had to get the train into town, and then we were just
So 19 Father Christmases.
yeah.
And one Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, well, that's all I
obviously.
could get. It was the 20th of 19th of December.
Okay. So anything happened on the train on the way in?
Oh, yeah. There was this Wally who just kept thinking he was good, poking
We've
me.
had Michael tonight.
He was
and
a
we've
drunk.
had Wally.
He was a drunk. He
Name
kept
drop.
poking me. He was going, "Hey mate, why aren't you dressed as Father Christmas? Why aren't you dressed?" And in the end, he told me it. And just look, mate, I'm the present. I'm the Christmas present. Just leave me alone. I don't even want to be here. I'm dressed like Buzz Lightyear. Just leave me alone. I'm the present. Go away. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to say.
You ends up in town.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you got arrested as Buzz Lightyear.
Oh no! Before we get into
Okay,
town,
yeah,
I remember
sorry,
going in
go on.
train. Just pulls up in train station. So
Yeah.
if anyone's ever been out with me before, I'm a nuisance.
He is.
So as soon as the doors opened, there must have been 3 Father Christmases just standing in front of me, and they were like, "Just don't do nothing daft tonight." There was like,
How many times have we said that to Danny? That
it
is
was every stop. I think we stopped at Sandhills. They said it. We stopped at. I think they were just preempting me. So anyway, we get there. I legs it off the train. The escalator's going up. Lying on a conveyor belt. Just lying on a conveyor belt. Like, me wings sticking out.
To infinity.
To infinity.
and beyond.
Well, I think got a warning, verbal warning straight away. Pretty busy. He's waiting for me at the top.
So you didn't get arrested for that?
No.
what
I was all right. I'd only had about 17 cans.
Oh, behave. So what happened then? How did you end up getting arrested?
Oh, so
Keep it brief.
again, I'm a nuisance. So we were out in town, and I just kept knocking people with me wings, and I just thought like my wings were this big, they stuck out of me each side like this, and people were at the bar, so I just kept knocking them to get out the way, and I got about 13 warnings, and then in the end, I just must have knocked one person too far. I think it's pulled, so I thought it was like a string on Woody, and it just kept pulling some fella's jacket.
Right. So the police turn up.
Police
they
turn
arrest
up,
you.
yeah.
What happens then?
So they basically just
They take you to the police station.
They took me to the police station, and they were like, "You've basically done nothing wrong." They were like, "But you just need to go in here, you can have a little sleep, and we'll let you go in the morning," basically.
Right.
That was it. It was pointless.
So did you get your one phone call?
Oh yeah, they got me one phone call. They were all right, to be fair, the police. So I get in there and I'm like, what do we do here? And we were having a laugh and all that, because they don't arrest many Buzz Lightyears, do they? So like they were all having jokes and all that. So this big fella come up, said by the book, everyone was like, "Hello Sarge, hello Sarge," looking at him thinking, no. And he said to me, "Here's your one phone call. You got one phone call." I went, "You can't phone Woody, can you?" Starving, didn't get me dinner. I could smell curry coming through the walls. They give everyone else a curry, and he just bypassed me.
So you're about 18 at this time. You've gone out for the night. Your dad's in the house waiting for you.
Yeah.
You don't come home.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Next morning.
Next morning, what happens?
So it was all over Facebook. If anyone knows my mum, she loves a Facebook post. You know, I'd only been gone 10 minutes and I was missing on Facebook. But anyway, yeah, so the next day, gets home, and everyone, where are you? I said, I only had one phone call. I said, Woody didn't answer. No, I said, I didn't know anyone's number. So they asked me back in the cell, get back in there. So I didn't have anyone's phone number. I think I got arrested at 2:30, and they've got to keep you 8 hours to sober up. So I ended up, Belvale, they took me. Belvale, I mean, he couldn't take me to Copy Lane, couldn't he, where I lived 2 minutes away. My phone had died when I got back out. I had no money, I had to walk home. It took me about 4 hours. So I get to my dad standing at the front door, pacing up and down. He goes mad. So I said, Dad, look, I'm all right. And he said, no, I know you're all right. He said, but you know how embarrassing this is? I was like, well, no one will have to know. He said, I've had to phone 15 busy stations and asked by any chance if you're arrested a Buzz Lightyear. My dad's got 7 kids, so he probably didn't know me date of birth anyway to give it in, but that's all he was bothered about, the Buzz Lightyear.
Very good.
I like it.
Very good. I like it, but it's not just down to us. Let us know. Can Danny stay, or is he in, or is he out? Get him on the wall, or is he barred? Let us know. Yeah. In or out, barred, wall. Let's have a look. See.
A couple of minutes. The votes are in.
Oh, here we go. We've got Mikey saying on the wall.
On the wall.
On the wall. Blood is thicker than water, says Craig.
Is right.
Danny stays. I mean, and Craig lives next door, so if he's willing to have Danny as a member, that's saying something, can he?
We'll have to have Craig here once.
We will. Here we go. Steve saying to Finnegan's and beyond. Keep him on the wall. Keep him on the wall. Oh, look at this. That looks good.
It's looking well, isn't it?
It is looking good. He did call Woody. Yeah, I don't think there's one that's saying bar him. I don't think there's one.
Did you not get mine?
No, yeah. Janet Taylor said keep him. It's like the tone of that is almost a bit like, I guess we'll have to keep him.
Keep him.
All right, well there we go. Let's see. Put him on
Get
the
him
wall.
on the wall, lad.
You have spoken. Get him on the
well
wall.
Well done. He's up there.
I'm just going to underline it.
Just put a little star by it. A little star, because he's back on the wall.
There we go.
There he is. He's back on the wall.
There he is.
Well done, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
How
are you feeling about that, mate? Is that okay?
Made up, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta come back again.
We're glad to have you. So,
we are, and our members list is growing.
It is, but
so it could be you.
Yeah, but I think it's about that time.
I think it is about that time. Last orders at Finnegan's. Thank you for joining us again, and we're going to be back on next Wednesday. So you have to come and hang out. If you could do us a favour, we need to get to 100 YouTube subscribers.
It doesn't cost you nothing. You just subscribe. It's free.
We need to get 100. I think we've got 17. So
and then we can do it.
We can do stuff. Better stuff. I don't know. I don't know. But if you could help us out, or share this video on Facebook or whatever, let other people know. Come and join us at Finnegan's. That would be much appreciated.
When we put the clips out during the week, share them. That would be ace. We'd really appreciate that. That'd be brilliant.
But thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic week. Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll see you next Wednesday.